Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you the initial checkout of a 234G, and this is a Western Electric telephone, and this is Mike's telephone from Indiana. And so basically we're going to kind of show a little bit of what's going on with this telephone. It's missing the vault door, and it doesn't have a body key or lock, and also this telephone needs a center dial ring, and we're going to kind of show you what's going on with this telephone. The other thing that is missing off of this telephone is the points for where the wiring comes down from the rotary. There was a set of points here that would ride on these fingers, on these contacts. That's missing, and there's no coin validator in this telephone. So if you drop money in it, it will not drop down to the coin box. So we're going to have to do something with some type of chute or locate a coin validator for Mike. And there's no bell installed in this telephone, so that's going to have to be done. And we have a modular or some telephone line cord coming out of the back of the telephone, and so we're going to install a modular port in this area so that you can simply plug a line cord into this telephone. So this telephone is going to be a project. It needs a lot of work, and this is the initial checkout of this telephone. So we're going to do an aftermarket lock in the body to save on some money for Mike. But then, you know, there's going to be a lot that needs to be done to this telephone. Also, on the front of this telephone, it does not look like it ever had any kind of a picture frame informational card. There's a rivet here, 2 of them, but there's no mounting holes for that picture frame for the informational card. So I don't believe this telephone ever had that. And then of course up here on the body we have 234G. So there's going to be some work involved in this telephone, and this is the initial checkout, kind of showing what the telephone is going to need. And so we're going to do some more video of this as we move along in the repair of this telephone. But we're going to have to talk it over with Mike and see exactly what he wants to do with each little individual problem. So we're going to take a break from the video, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, we're back now, and we've finished up with the telephone. And what we have done here is we went ahead and got a plate and made a door. And so now that all locks. And it's more cosmetic because Mike is not going to put any kind of money in this unit. But we also installed a set of bells. I wanted it to be nice and loud. I installed a set of bells inside the vault area that's a dual Western Electric bell, because he's going to have this telephone in his shop. And there's a setting here. You can go from low to high. And we'll check out the telephone. Also, we installed a network, and we had to rewire everything. Now, I gave Mike 2 options here. He can either plug in through a modular port here, or he can bring a line in and plug in or just make his contacts right up here at the top. And he'll be able to tell which 2 screws to use, the T and the L, and he can go ahead and put his line on that if he chooses to do it that way. Another issue we had, want to kind of move some things out of the way, another issue we had was somebody had taken the prongs that are supposed to ride on these finger contacts here, and they took them and they're gone. So what we did was we hooked up a line. It's one simple line. It's a simple connection, and it just plugs in right here. So he'll be able to mount the telephone on the wall and then simply walk up with the body here and plug right in to the network. And he's all set to go, and then he can set his body on the base of the unit. We also got him a center dial ring, and inside that ring it says wait for dial tone, so that would be pretty much to the period of this telephone. We went through the rotary and got that all squared away. And so we finished up with the phone now, and we're going to do some final checks. I'm going to go ahead and ring the telephone for you. I'll let that go a couple times because this telephone didn't have a bell. I'm going to turn it down, and that would be on low. But since it's in his shop, we want it nice and loud. Give you some dial tone here. And then we'll walk through our numbers. I'm going to end in a 2, and then I'm going to transmit into the handset. See the red indicator light on the analyzer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So now we know that we have modulation and receive, and that we're dialing out and our bell rings. He also has a plate back in the back, and this telephone goes in a phone booth, so it's going to be a really cool situation. So if he uses the modular port in the back of this telephone, he would want to go ahead and plug his modular cord, any length, any color, whatever he chooses, and go ahead and plug it into our modular port, and then run it either up or down, and then put his plate on. Or he can simply bring a line cord in and attach to the T and the L at the top where this block is at. So that kind of gives you a look at everything. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set the body on the telephone, and then we're going to lock it. And we have 2 keys here, and they fit. They're both the same key, so both locks are keyed the same way. And now his body is on and locked. So now what we're going to do is move the telephone line over into a regular telephone line. And we're going to call, say, a time and temp number. Give you some dial tone.
Good evening. Shop online anytime at Offenburg.com. A short drive to great value. Today is Saturday, May 5th. The time is 8:33. Current temperature 89 degrees. Now the Belleville area weather forecast.
Partly cloudy with showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the 90s. Mostly clear this evening. A chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the 60s. Mostly sunny on Sunday. Highs around 90.
Okay, so now what we can do is I can call my number, give you some dial tone, and it'll be busy. We'll call one other number, but we don't need anything from there.
Thank you for calling Walmart.
Okay, so we know the telephone is fully functional now, and it's a really cool Western Electric 234G with an actual backboard, and this telephone's going to go into a telephone booth. I believe it's a wooden telephone booth that Mike has in his shop in Indiana. So it's going to be a really cool situation, and he's not interested about putting money into the unit, although I do have customers that put things in the vault area. And, even though that this is kind of an aftermarket lock situation and plate, I don't think anyone would be able to get in there very simply. And so, it'd be a pretty cool hiding area. But it turned out really nice. And he wasn't interested in having any kind of an informational card here. But, he could always add that if he chooses to later on down the road. And this is going to be his only telephone in the shop. So it's just going to be a really cool situation. If he wants to send us a picture of it when he finishes up putting it back in the telephone booth, that would be cool. We'll put it up on our webpage. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. We'll go ahead and ring the phone one more time. Give you some dial tone. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.